Welcome to the Prensenting knitting channel. Today is not a podcast episode because we're gonna have a special program. But first, my name is Maya and I live in the French-speaking part of Switzerland with my gecko. And you can find me on Instagram as milahism.things, and that's all. Today is the 22nd of July 2023, and it's super hot outside, but I have a cool breeze coming out, so it's a really nice day. I'm really happy because these days we have a heat wave hitting and it's really hard. But now it's okay. I'm not wearing any knitwear because I'm gonna show you a lot, and yeah, I'm not wearing any knitwear, that's all. I'm gonna show you a lot of projects, and I will put link of everything I talk about down in the description box below, and as well as on the screen. And I will also put my measurements down in the description box if you ever are interested in that. So today the program is to take you with me for the whole weekend, like a vlogging style, not really, but a little bit. Because I want to finally tackle all the unfinished objects and finished garments I have that just need a little final touch, or maybe just a little tweak, something I need to change that would take me like 1 or 2 hours, but I don't do it because I just want to knit on new and shiny things, and I just push back the small stuff I need to do on older garments, or maybe not that old actually. But I need to do it. I need to stop being a kid and just tackle my responsibilities towards the garments I have. Okay, so I'm gonna show you, I have prepared a little sheet with 8 projects I want to tackle this weekend. I am probably not gonna do all 8 of them, but maybe I will, I don't know. Yeah, it's maybe more than I can chew, but we will see. So, let's go. I will present the projects to you in the order of importance somehow, like in the order where I really... Like the last one is the one I don't really care if I don't do. And the first one, I need to do it, really. So, let's go. The first is a headband that a friend of mine asked me to do like maybe 2.5 years ago. And I made it, I knit it, I crocheted it because it's a crocheted headband, but the yarn wasn't working, it was a little bit too thick and the headband was too dense and it wasn't working, so I was so annoyed I just left it in the corner and I didn't touch it for a year, maybe even more. And then I finally decided, okay, I just need to buy smaller weight yarn, lighter yarn, and do it again. It's crochet, it took me like 3 hours to crochet, really. So I did it, and I finished the headband. I used almost all of the skin. This is Lang yarns, Merino, like 120 or something. And it's a crochet headband with a nice arrow motif. Yeah, it was really easy and quick to do, but I need to put a lining inside because that's what she wanted and that's what I promised to do. And I hate sewing. Actually, no, I like sewing, but sewing, I don't know how this is called, fleece something to knit. It's really annoying because this is not stretchy at all, or not, yeah, a little bit, but not that much. But knitting, crocheted fabric is, so it's just a pain to do, in my opinion, because you need to put the fabric in and pin it, and then you get to the end and then you have like too much of this and not enough knit fabric left, and then you have to untake all of your sewing again and redistribute the fabric, and yeah, it's annoying. I don't like it, but I promised her I would do it. So So I shall finish this piece now. It's the first thing I'm gonna do. And I think it will take me like maybe 2 hours max, even less. So yeah, it's ridiculous. It's been 2.5 years. It's ridiculous. The second piece I want to finish is something I have mentioned in my last episode of the podcast last week, and it's this. This is the cold shoulders crop. Yeah, and it's by Park and Knit, Park Williams, and it's amazing. I really like it. I had a lot of troubles with the pattern, but yeah, I found some ways around it. But the one thing I didn't modify is the color, and I knew it. I could see the problem coming, but I thought it would be okay. It's not. The problem is, maybe I can put up some pictures, that the color, there are no short rows for the back, nor the front. So that means that the back and the front are on the same weight, same height. But if you look at the body to the side, you can see my collarbones are here, but the back of my neck is up here. So it's just choking me and I can't stand it. It's really so annoying. I'm always tugging on it. The thing I need to do is that this is knit top down, which means I cast on the collar and then knit the ribbing and then did the rest of the piece. But if I want to just take out the collar, I need to insert my needles under here, cut this off and unwind it from here. I cannot unwind from this side. And I want to use the same yarn to do another collar where I will pick up from here, where I cut, and then knit up with short rows in the back. Do what you want. If you don't mind not having short rows in the back of your collars, just do it. But for me, it doesn't work. It's maybe a sensory thing, or I don't know, but I can't. So yeah, I will do this collar again with short rows, and it should take me less than 2 hours also, but it's been more than 6 months since I finished it. I have worn it quite a lot actually. Maybe you can see there are some wrinkles in here. But yeah, the more I wore it, the less comfortable it became. I just can't. So I just need to unpick this, knit it again, and then with the yarn I will have left. Because since I'm gonna have the back, I'm gonna keep at the same length approximately. But the front is going to be lower because I'm going to put short rows in the back. So with the yarn I will have left from this operation, I will finish this, which is the Simplistic Rib Cami by Leah Luke. I showed it last week in my podcast. And I'm just waiting because I have finished the yarn I had left from this one. I have finished the 1.5 skein I had. The yarn is Blueface Leicester DK. It's called Fleece from West Yorkshire Spinners. I did it. Yeah, so I finished knitting it, and I just need to have the leftover yarn to do probably like one more row and then the sewn bind off, I think. It's not what's written in the pattern. Actually, it's funny because in the pattern, she really says do not do sewn bind off because it flares out. But yeah, I know it can flare out, but I know how to make it so that it doesn't flare out. So I'm just gonna do a sewn bind off, an Italian bind off if you want. So yeah, I will finish this right after I finish the other one, the color of the other one, and this is probably gonna take me, again, less than 2 hours. It's one row and the Italian bind off. It's gonna be so quick. So that's it. And then I have wore them, so it's maybe a little bit gross, but I will try to hide the bottom. These are slippers that I knit following a pattern that's only in Norwegian, I think. But Inga from Knitting Traditions translated it in the podcast episode. So I followed her translation and I knit those slippers, which are really cute. I like them. They are really warm. But the problem is when I felted them, I didn't felt them quite enough. So I will try something. What am I doing? Is this side better? I don't know. Here is a slipper. So yeah, it's too big basically. I am just floating inside, and I need to felt them a little more, which is really not hard. I just need to throw them in the machine in a regular cycle and just wait for them to be felted, but I'm not doing it for some reason. Oh yeah, and the yarn I use is Snow by Drops, I think. Snow Unicolor or something. It's like the heaviest bulky weight yarn you can get, and it's perfect for felting, and yes, it is. Those are double thickness slippers, and actually I just was short on yarn and I just had to do the tip of one of them in grey and also the seaming on the back. But I think it looks cool actually, and that way it's easier to see which one is the right or the left foot. So yeah, that's another task, which gets us to 4, and the 5th one is one of my latest finished objects. It's the Outline Tank by Jessie May, and it's amazing, it's beautiful, I love it. I have worn it a few times, but this is non-superwash, no, this is superwash yarns, which I don't usually use, but it's very similar to the thing I have on. But the problem is it's superwash yarns, so I knew it would grow, so I accounted for that when I knit the length, but I kind of forgot that the straps would grow too, and or maybe I did, but not enough, and they are too long. Now it's going even lower than the one I have here. It's a little bit too low for me. And now, when I first finished it, I wasn't flashing anyone when I was leaning forward, but now I am, and I want to wear this to work, so it's not really fine for that. So yeah, I will just have to undo my grafting on the straps. So I need to take out maybe 3 centimeters in total, I don't know. Yeah, maybe 4. 2 on the front and 2 on the back strap, and graft them together again. What I think happened too is that there is this drop stitch detail on the garment, but I think on the straps what happened is that the yarn that does this kind of how do you say échelle? On the straps, what happened is that the yarn got sucked in the neighboring stitches, which means all the stitches got elongated, and there is not really any horizontal bars left. So the straps elongated even more than the yarn would just have stretched under its own weight, if that makes any sense. But anyway, you probably get the idea. So I need to shorten them, but maybe I will even shorten them more, because it will probably stretch out even more. I don't know. I will see when I get there. It's probably gonna take me 1 hour. And then there is something I'm probably not gonna finish this weekend. It's this. Can you guess what it is? It's not going on a finger, and it's not going on my body. It's going on a chair. Wooden chairs I have here are just doing a horrendous screeching sound every time you move them. I'm not gonna try it here because it's gonna be awful for you, but yeah, I have this yarn. I bought four. It's not a skein because it was coming in like a tube form, so maybe a cone. Let's say a cone. I bought 4 cones of this, intending to do some rugs. I did one, and then I started another one in crochet, but the pattern was not working. I did a circular rug, but the gauge didn't work, and actually the circumference of the circle was bigger than an actual circle, which means it was starting to wave on the sides, and with a superwash yarn it would work because I could just stretch it out. it's a pattern that was written for superwash yarns. But with this, it's way too thick and it's not stretchy at all, so I couldn't have just blocked the thing out to get rid of the WIPs, and it was just staying WIP. So yeah, I just unwound it all, and I have a lot of these crinkly balls now, which are perfect for socks for chairs. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chairs, which means each chair has 4 feet, 4 feet. 4 times 6 is 24. I need to do 24 of these. I have 3 and I just need to make more. So I will just probably like do one project, do a sock, do one project, do a sock, and maybe more, because this yarn is kind of hard on the hands, obviously. And since I am doing something that needs to be sturdy, I'm knitting it on a 4mm crochet hook. I'm crocheting it on a 4mm crochet hook, and it's kind of hard on the hands. So yeah, I can't do 10 in a row, which is probably why I'm not doing it, because usually I like to do the same thing for a long time. But since this is hurting my hands, I'm not willing to begin something I can't continue. So I should just do something like 30 minutes a day, but I'm not doing it because I don't know. So yeah, I will try to do as much as I can of these. And the last one, that's gonna take me a long time, and I just want to start it this weekend, tomorrow actually, is the Elf Mail by Dani Miga, which is a piece I absolutely love. It's a little bit crinkled, and I completely changed the proportions. Do I have a hole here? Oh yeah, it looks like a hole. Whatever. What's happening with this is that I knit it so that it would be fitted all the way. Like fitted negative ease on the bust, negative ease on the arms, and negative ease on the waist. And cropped in every way. But I have a picture of how it fits. And it looks fine on the picture, because it is, when I don't move. The problem is, I will try to put it on. First, the yarn I used for the blue yarn, I used Expression Fiber Arts Cash Silk Sock in the colorway Respite. I had 2 skeins, and I used as a contrast color some cashmere sock, like 4-ply from Regia. It's a perfect match, it's really nice. And you can actually see there was a big difference between the first skein that I had already used half of, so I had only a little bit left. First skein and the second skein, because the first skein is much more blue and speckly in general, and the second one is much lighter and less saturated. So I saw that in the skein form, and I had to fade them together. So I did the collar with the first skein, and when I started the sleeves, I faded with the second. It was really annoying to do, because you have to do the color work of the motif while fading, so I had a lot of skeins just floating around, and I was doing some helical knitting, and yeah, it was insanely annoying to do. And I did the same on the body, on the body. And what happened is that I began the decreases on the body, maybe 5 centimeters after I joined in the round. But then I have a thing here. I don't know if you can see it, but there is an extra fabric just here, just before I began the decreases, and it's annoying me so much. Yeah, it just looks weird. Maybe I was contemplating just folding it inside and sewing it down, but the problem is there is a slip stitch detail on the side, and I just don't want this one to disappear, which would happen if I was just sewing it down like this. So what I need to do is to frog all of this until the underarm, and then start again with while knitting the decreases from the very beginning. That would mean I would have really more negative is here because I would have begun the decreases earlier, but maybe I can just change the rate so that I end up with the same number of stitches. So I don't know, but yeah, this is gonna take some time. And also what's really preventing me to do it, because otherwise it would take me like 3 hours max, is that I have 2 skeins of color that I faded, and it's just so annoying to do. I have such a traumatic memory of doing these parts with all the skeins floating around. I don't know, it was so annoying for some reason. Maybe it won't be this time because I'm more used to it. But yeah, it's the only reason why I'm not doing it. But I hope that tomorrow, if I finish all of the other things, I will find some time to just unwind this, to cake all the yarn up and start again. But yeah, the other problem is I don't remember how the slip stitch detail was made, so I need to get back into the pattern, read it again, and find out what I made for the decreases, because of course it's not in the pattern. The pattern is just having a straight body. I can't say that word today. So yeah, it's gonna be annoying. So I hope I will find the courage to finish this weekend. And yeah, I'm too hot. This is Kashmir, so this is really warm. Yeah, you can actually see that's when I began the helical knitting. I haven't cut any end, apparently. There are so many. Yeah, you can see the helical knitting here. Yeah, I did a good job, but anyway. I hope I will have the time to do all of this, because in the middle of that I have my actual WIP I would like to finish this weekend, and also I was accepted for a test knit that I'm so excited to begin, and I just want to throw all of this to the window and just finish my WIP and start the test knit, but I won't. The test knit is for Lily Kate, by the way. I'm really excited. It's the piping hot sweater. So yeah, I will behave and finish my tasks for the weekend. And yeah, I was saying that in the middle of that, I also need to edit this video, because I would like to post it not after my holidays, because I'm leaving next week. So yeah, I will try to find the time to do all of this, and we will see how far I get. And I will keep you posted in a vloggy style. I have never filmed a vlog, so I have no idea how I'm gonna do this. But yeah, I will film my progress and keep you updated on how it goes. So, see you later. checked on the slippers in the washing machine because I tried to check in the beginning, but I couldn't see anything because of the soap, and I just thought we will see. It's cardboard. I think I felted them a little too much, but I'm not too worried because I think what I can do if I remove my socks, so cool, whatever, I think I can actually kind of shape them to my foot now that they are still wet. If they are too small, I'm gonna be really annoyed. But I think there are some wrinkles or something inside. I need to flatten it out. Yeah, there is a thing going on here. You're supposed to felt them when they are not folded inside yet, but yeah, since I already folded them once, couldn't really take them out because I had sewed here. Or did I sew before or after felting them the first time? I don't remember. This is a battle. It's touching the end of my foot, so it's kind of too small, but the width is perfectly okay. If I had someone with bigger foot than me under the hand, I would ask them to put them on to kind of enlarge or elongate them a little, but I don't, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Let's try the other one. Yeah, what's not so great about this pattern is that the outside is the same size as the inside, which means that the inside will have a tendency to what's the word? This. What happened is so predictable. I knew I had to check on it, but yeah, I got carried away in what I was doing, which is blocking my whip, because I'm so tempted to work on it that I thought if it's wet, I'm not gonna be tempted anymore, and it's gonna be dry by tomorrow, so that's why I decided to block my whip now. Okay, there's no wrinkles inside anymore, and it's kind of okay. Yeah, it's just too short, but really the width is perfect. Absolutely perfect. What can I do to... Okay, I found something that's longer than my foot, but it's kind of narrow at the end. So I will try to save them with that. So I just hope the opening will go through. I have no idea what I'm doing. I think it's too wide. I can't put this on. Okay, I need something smaller. Okay, I have this wooden stick, and I'm gonna try to push it without doing a hole. Okay. I think I should use some conditioner for the hair or something, but I don't have any. Simply because I wash my hair with natural stuff and I never put any conditioner on, so I don't have any, and I certainly don't want to buy any because I don't need another bottle of something hanging around in my apartment. I'm not sure it makes any difference. Kind of, maybe, yeah. I can move the toes now. I will try to do this a little more, but on a hard surface. So I use all my force to lengthen them a little bit, but I think it's okay. I'm touching the edge, touching the point, I don't know, this part. But I think it's fine. It's harder to put on because it's wet for now, so obviously it doesn't slide along my foot. But I think once it's dry, it should be alright. Not the most comfortable, but I should really have someone with big feet put them on. It would be better, but this one is really okay actually. Maybe I should insist a little bit more with the wooden stick on this one, so that it gets to the same stage as this, and then it will be perfect. I will have a nicely fitting pair of slippers that are as strong as cardboard and yeah, they will last me for longer since they are denser now. So yeah, good job. Kind of. So I am working on another sock and watching the Bluebird box, and my feet are sweating. I need to keep them on so that they dry in shape, but it's very hot today and I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but looks like I am. So yeah, it's not the best day to be in this situation, but yeah, it's happening, and I hope it will be worth it, but I think it will. I'm gonna finish this and keep on sweating. Hi again, welcome to my dirty living room floor and welcome to my sweaty feet. Just wanted to show you how I put on the socks for my chairs. I have finished another one and I have the tail inside. I do this with a magic ring cast on, and I just leave the tail inside. I don't weave it in because obviously it's too small to get into and I cannot really turn it inside out, and it's gonna stay on this chair anyway, so I do not care if an head is poking out. So what I do is I will take some double-sided tape, cut like maybe 1 centimeter, remove the protective side, and I will check the bottom of the foot is clean enough, stick it there, and then I take my sock, put it there, tape it in place, and then I have a completed protected chair. And now it's not smooth, but it's not doing a screeching sound anymore, which is nice for my neighbors and me. And that's it, only 20 more to go. Hi, welcome back. I am now starting to get into the interesting stuff with this headband. I have just finished grafting the two ends of my headband. I had not done that because this is superwash yarn, and I know it grows a lot with washing, so I wasn't sure if I should sew them together with the lining before or after blocking. And I decided I don't have time to block before. I'm just gonna sew them together now, and the fact that this is not stretchy almost at all will just prevent this one from stretching too much. So I added one last row, and I grafted the two ends together. Now I have also hand sewed this part, and actually this is a tiny bit too short because I cut it in a leftover fabric, and I couldn't have more length than this, otherwise I would have had to add like 2 centimeters here and have two sewing points. I have no idea if this makes sense. So yeah, I decided to do it like this and hope for the best. I know my friend has a head a tiny bit larger than mine, and this is okay-ish. But it's a tiny bit stretchy. I probably can't see that. But yeah, I just hope it will fit, and if not, I will have done all of that for nothing. And I will probably have to do it again. Anyway, let's not think about it. Now, the funny part is that I need to pin those two together. And you can see the inside one is, like, the lining is much bigger because this one is really stretchy. So the challenge will be to pin it in place and place pins like probably on every quarter or something, like on every half and then half of that again. And it will get all wrinkly, it will be a pain to sew, but that's what I will try to do. So I will now place the pins and meet you back. So I finished sewing one side entirely, and I just wanted to show you how bad of a job I did. Because like this it looks fine, and if I stick my finger through it, you can see it's hard to do with one hand. You can actually see a big gap because I made big stitches because I wanted this to be finished early. Yeah, it's an ugly job, but I don't care because once it's laying flat, nobody is gonna be able to stick their finger through there, so I don't care. So now I'm gonna flip this inside out again, and then I will sew the other half. I just hope it will work out and I won't have to take everything out and start again, because I'm already annoyed enough with this thing. So yeah, I will flip it, pin it again and start sewing, and maybe I will flip it inside out to see if it works. Okay, I have just realized you cannot turn inside out a tube. If I hadn't joined the ends, I could, but I can't. I don't know if you understand what's going on, but here is the opening I left, and here is one side I am pulling through, and here is the other. And the problem is, since this is connected in the middle, I can't pull it further, because if I pull this further, this is coming in, and I will just be pulling and pulling and pulling and in an infinite circle. And if I pull on the other side, it's gonna happen the same but on the other side. So I need to... Can I do this with one hand? Remove the stitching I did on the second side and start again with the work flipped inside out, like this. I cannot sew from the wrong side. Nice! Okay, I'm done. What I feared would happen did happen, because the outside is wider than the inside, which means that it's kind of doing a bump on this side. You probably can't see it really well, but yeah, it's not flat, and more importantly, it's thinner than before, because when I hadn't attached the lining, this part was maybe 1 centimeter larger, wider. But when I wear it, my hand is too small. It gets even thinner because it gets stretched out. So it's a really, really thin headband, and I'm not exactly sure how practical it will be, but it's probably better than nothing. So I will now block this and see if it will maybe stretch out a little bit. I know this part should, but since the inside is not stretchy, I don't think it will be affected by the water and the blocking. So I don't know. Did I? Oh yeah, now this is this is showing outside because I didn't flip. Yeah, no. It didn't go as I planned, so now this is showing outside, but there is no way I am doing all of this again. So it will be like this. Let's say it's a design feature. Hi, I have changed locations, obviously. Welcome to my terrace with a little bit of a view and my random plants. I have decided to... Sorry, I was kind of out of frame. I have decided to shorten the straps on this now, and I am removing 5 centimeters, I think. And yeah, I hope it will be enough and not too much. I don't know. I'm just kind of winging it because I want this job to be done. It is now almost 8 o'clock. I have not eaten and I want to finish this so that after that I can prepare food and edit the video for today. So I hope this will work out, and I will see you in a few minutes. Alright, I have no idea where I should look. Like this. We are in my bathroom because we are losing light. I have finished shortening the straps. I haven't woven the ends yet because I wanted to be sure it was the good length, and it looks okay. It's not... Can I show this? It's not flashing anyone anymore, and looks nice. It's not going down too far. In the back, okay. Back is fine too, I think. I mean, I don't care for how low it goes in the back, so yeah, perfect. I will now... I'm sorry if you get dizzy, doing my best. I will now weave those ends and then put a little check mark on my list. Hi, it is now the next day. We are Sunday the 23rd, I think. And I'm just checking in to tell you where I'm at and what happened until now. You have seen it in the videos before, but yeah, some decisions were made, basically. And I am soon leaving to go climbing, hence the sporty outfit. But yeah, I need to be quick because I don't have much time today. So, what happened is I finished some stuff yesterday I'm really happy about. I finished the headband, which is still drying. I have blocked it. And let's try it on. It's a little bit wet, but perfect. It's too big. And my friend has a bigger head than me, so it's perfect. It's still really narrow, I guess. I can't see myself, but yes, I know. But I hope she will like it and it will fit her head. So this is a good thing. I also finished the slippers, as you saw. They have a really nice shape actually. I'm really happy about them. So this is also good news. And I have finished shortening the straps on my outline tank. It's fitting perfectly now. I even wore it yesterday evening at home, but I wore it and it was perfect. So this is also a good thing. I have done 3.5 more of those. I thought I could do more, but since it's only take me like 15 minutes, but the thing is, it's really hurting my finger so bad. I am really struggling to get the stitches in with this 4mm crochet and this jute yarn. So maybe I should probably do something like do one a day for a week or for maybe 2 weeks, because I have 18 or 19 more to go. I should probably slow down on this because it's really hurting. So this, I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but I have made some and I have completed a chair, which is the one I use the most. So at least this is done. Now for the decisions that I took. Yesterday, if you really followed closely, maybe you saw that I said that I had 8 projects I wanted to tackle this weekend, and I only presented 7. That's because I cut out one. This morning I was doing some editing on the videos from yesterday, and seeing the time and how much I had left, and that I wanted to go climbing this afternoon, and all the editing I had to do, I could see that there was no way I could tackle this project I have cut out from the presentation. That's also why there is a moment where I have a ponytail and then suddenly I have a bun. That's because this project involved a change of hair. It was a balaclava, I tried it on and it was way too small, so that meant I had to redo the whole thing, which I absolutely did not have the time for. So I just left it out. And the last project, no, I have 3 more. I have the cold shoulder crop and the Simplistic rib cami, which I am gonna finish today for sure. It's not gonna take too long. But now the last one is the Elf Mail by Danny Miga, and this one I really don't think I will be able to finish. And thinking about it, I don't need it now because, as I said, it's cashmere, it's warm, and we are in a heat wave. Why would I do this now? There is absolutely no reason. So I will just keep this one for later. Maybe I will do another video because there is the balaclava I left out, there is this one, and there are some other stuff I didn't talk about because I knew I couldn't do them this weekend. So maybe I will just do another video like this and keep this one for this occasion. So that leaves me with only 2 projects to finish and the socks, which I'm not gonna do too much of because it's hurting my hand. I'm absolutely not disappointed in what happened, because finishing 6 lingering WIPs unfinished objects is already really cool. I'm really happy about myself. Or maybe 5.5 because I'm not gonna finish this one, but anyway, I'm really happy about myself. And I really want to finish the editing today, so that's why I'm taking those decisions. If I didn't have to finish the video, I could probably finish this one, at least start this one, but I won't. I have my priorities set and I will stick to them. So that's it for now. I am now gonna go climbing, move my body a little, and then come back to this project, finish them, finish the editing, and it will be a really productive and nice weekend. So I will see you later. wrap up for this weekend. I'm not completely finished, but I am far enough for me to be satisfied with my work. And it's the most important, I think. So I am working on the collar short row things on my cold shoulder crop. I think you've seen it just before, but I have picked up the collar stitches, chopped off the neckline, and I have started knitting it again. It was really complicated because the last row of the neckline is an increase row, so I had to pick up in the middle of the increases, and since it's ribbing, I couldn't pick up before the increasing into the ribbing because otherwise the stitches would be shifted of a half stitch. So I had to pick up after the ribbing. Yeah, it took a long time, and also I mentioned I went climbing before. I probably put a footage of the only really hard boulder I did today. And I spent a little bit more time there than I expected because I met some friends and then I stayed and chatted with them. I had a good time, so yeah, I don't have any regrets, but yeah, I didn't follow exactly my plans for today, but it doesn't matter anyway. So this is probably gonna be finished tomorrow, not today, because I need to edit all of my footage. And tomorrow I think I can finish it easily in the bus when I go to my job. And whenever I'm finished with this, I will finish this one, and yeah, it will be finished tomorrow. I have done a really good job. I already said that, but I am patting myself. I am proud of what I did, and yeah, I think it's the most important. So I hope this was entertaining to you. I hope this was also satisfying, because if you don't have the courage to tackle 5.5 projects like me in a single weekend, at least you can do so through me. So I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. It was a lot of work. I could have done so much other things this weekend, but I decided to do this. So I hope you will support my work in a way or another, as you wish. And yeah, subscribe if you want to. Do not hesitate to ask in the comments if you have any questions. And I will see you soon, I hope. I am going on vacations, as I mentioned, so we will see when I film again. Bye bye!